Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Donny van der Beek's agent has fired a warning shot to Manchester United. Play him in the Premier League or lose him. Van der Beek's agent has also said that the return of Cristiano Ronaldo is bad news for Van der Beek. And his agent also confirmed that the player held talks with Everton over a move. Last week, Van der Beek's agent said that Van der Beek will succeed at Manchester United and prove his doubters wrong at Man United this season. Solskjaer rejected Donny van der Beek's exit because it said that Everton were close to signing him on loan. This is Van der Beek's second full season at Manchester United. Last season, Van der Beek made 36 appearances for us in all competitions, but most of them appearances come from the bench. I recall Van der Beek starting just 4 games in the league last season. I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United. But in general, I think he's a good player. He was very good at Ajax. We got Van der Beek in a deal worth 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. But earlier on in the summer, he was subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. Now, I want to give you some more news on Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Cristiano Ronaldo disagrees with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on his best position for Man United. Solskjaer sees Ronaldo as a centre forward, but Ronaldo didn't want to do it at Juventus. Ronaldo will be making his debut for Man United against Newcastle this weekend. Tom McDermott said that Ronaldo will train with his new Manchester United teammates for the first time on Thursday. Ronaldo arrived in Manchester last week. He got greeted by Darren Fletcher. Last week, Ronaldo officially signed for Manchester United on a 2-year contract with an option of a 3rd year. Ronaldo will receive £480,000 a week, so he will be the highest earner at Old Trafford and could play for Man United until he's almost 40. He's 36 at the moment. I can assure he's going to do really well in his second spell. Ronaldo is Manchester United's new number 7. Don't forget last week Ronaldo praised Edison Cavani's incredible gesture after shirt number swap. Cavani has now got the number 21 shirt. Manchester United agreed a fee of €15 million. There's a further €8 million in add-ons. So that's €23 million in total, which equates to 19.7 million in pounds sterling. And the other week, Cristiano Ronaldo completed his medical. Don't forget Ronaldo said last week that I'm very happy to be back home after 12 years. He made it clear to Solskjaer that he's come back to win trophies. And Solskjaer said that we are the favourites for the title with Ronaldo. Ronaldo became the all-time international top scorer with 2 late goals against Ireland. Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. Ronaldo has won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. In Ronaldo's first spell at Man United, he scored 118 goals in 292 games in all competitions. And he won 3 Premier League titles. He won the Champions League, the FIFA Club World Cup, the FA Cup and 2 League Cups. And in his first spell at Man United he endured 6 years. Because we got him from Sporting Lisbon for £12 million in 2003. Sold him to Real Madrid in 2009 for £80 million, so we gained a £68 million profit. He endured like 10 years at Real Madrid. And Juventus got him in 2018 for £88 million. He endured 3 years at Juventus, and his current contract at Juventus was due to expire next year. But you know what? Manchester United endured a very good summer transfer window. It was one of the best transfer windows we endured for a long time. We made 4 signings in the summer transfer window. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Villa. We brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. We brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid. And we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo after 12 years. We spent around 140 million in the summer transfer window. And Solskjaer received the backing he deserves. You know, our owners, the Glazers, backed him, only because they've been persuaded to. John Murtough also backed him. John Murtough is our director of football, and we certainly made the right decision getting a director of football in, because I did mention that's one of the structural changes that we needed at the club. And Darren Fletcher also backed him. I'm glad we brought Darren Fletcher back. The only disappointments is that we didn't get a midfielder in. I'm expecting Man United to try and get a midfielder in January. And the other disappointing thing is that we only managed to sell 1 player, and that was Daniel James. We sold him to Leeds for 25 million. He signed a 5-year contract with Leeds, and he'll wear the number 20 shirt for Leeds. The reason we offloaded Daniel James is because we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo. But Daniel James will get a lot more opportunities at Leeds. So like I said, there were the disappointments. We did loan quite a few players out in the summer transfer window. We loaned Ethan Laird out to Swansea. We loaned Andres Pereira out to Flamengo. We loaned Brandon Williams out to Norwich. We loaned Axel Tuanzebe out to Aston Villa. We loaned Tahith Chon out to Birmingham. And we loaned Facundo Pellistri out to Alaves. Like I said to you, Solskjaer blocked quite a few players' exits. Obviously, he blocked Anthony Martial's exit because it said Martial rejected the chance to join Lyon on loan on deadline day. He blocked Donny van de Beek's exit. I think he blocked Elanga's exit. He blocked Diego Dalot's exit, Solskjaer, and he also blocked Jesse Lingard's exit. But I'm expecting players to leave Man United in January. I'm also expecting more players to leave next summer. Solskjaer has told the Man United squad it's better than the 1999 treble winning team that Ole was part of. We've got a title winning squad now, so the time for excuses is over. Obviously, we've got Ronaldo, best player in the world. We've got Jadon Sancho. I think he'll do very well at Man United, providing that Solskjaer uses him right. Sancho made his first Premier League start in the 1-0 win against Wolves the other week. Couldn't really get into that game. Sancho's obviously out of the England squad due to a minor knock, but he's expected to be fit for the game against Newcastle this weekend. Sancho to Man United was confirmed on the 23rd of July. We got Sancho in a deal worth 78 million from Dortmund. And he's got a contract with Man United till June 2026. There's an option of a further year. You know, Sancho did endure 4 good years at Borussia Dortmund, so I'm convinced that Man United will replicate what he did at Dortmund. Raphael Varane, you know, he's going to do very well at Man United. Varane made his debut for the club in the 1-0 win against Wolves the other week. He did very well in his debut. Varane was very composed and he made some good interceptions. And made some good clearances. Varane to Manchester United was official just before kick-off against Leeds, which was the opening day. We got Varane in a deal worth 41 million, with add-ons included. We paid 34 million up front. Varane signed a 4-year contract with Man United with an option of a 5th year. But Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced and he's got a very, very good pedigree as a player. You know, Varane won a lot of trophies when he was at Real Madrid. He was on-serving player at Real Madrid. He endured 10 years with them. Tom Heaton, you know, he's a decent goalkeeper. Obviously, we brought Tom Heaton in as a backup. But to Tom Heaton's credit, he did well throughout pre-season. We brought him in on a free. He signed a 2-year contract with Man United with an option of a 3rd year. Dean Henderson, I think he's a very good goalkeeper. Obviously, he's close to returning. He's been unavailable because he's been recovering from COVID. Dean Henderson did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. His distribution was good and he kept a lot of clean sheets. He had a couple of bad games though last season. Henderson has got that experience behind him because he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's also had other loan spells before. Before the start of last season, Henderson signed a 6-year contract with the club, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to Man United. I still highly rate David De Gea, despite him making a lot of mistakes in the last couple of years. De Gea has done pretty well so far this season. He's been in goal for our first 3 league games. He was very good against Wolves the other week. Obviously, we know De Gea is staying at Man United for this season because earlier on in the summer, De Gea cut short his holiday by 2 weeks to fight for the starting place, and he said he's determined to fight for his Man United future. This is De Gea's 11th season. He's endured 10 years at the club, so he's been long serving. He's been with us since the Ferguson era. De Gea's got like 2 years left on his contract, and he receives £375,000 a week. But a few years ago he was regarded as the best goalkeeper in the world because he's won everything domestically at the football club, and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. Wan-Bissaka, he's also very good as well. He's probably one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, he's always been superb. These aspects of his game that I've got to improve, I think Wan-Bissaka has got to show more attacking intent. His crossing's got to get better, and maybe his position needs to improve a bit more. This is Wan-Bissaka's third full season at Man United. We got him for 50 million from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. And you've got Eric Bailly, that's a decent centre-half, but my element of concern about him is injury prone, so in that aspect he's a liability. Towards the end of last season, Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. Earlier on in the summer, it said that Bailly's future was in doubt following the arrival of Raphael Varane. But like I mentioned, I'd keep Eric Bailly as a backup. So if Varane or Maguire get injured, then Bailly is the plan B. Bailly's been with us now for like 5 years. We paid £30 million for him from Villarreal back in 2016. Harry Maguire, he's also a decent centre-half. He's had his good games at Man United. He's also had his bad games. Like I said, we should get the best out of Maguire now anyway with Varane alongside him, because that is a fantastic centre-back partnership, Varane and Maguire. Maguire was a big miss for us towards the end of last season because he had ligament damage in his ankle. We did overpay for him though. We got him in a deal worth 80 million from Leicester. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. Luke Shaw, he's very, very good. I think we are in the process of extending Luke Shaw's contract. Luke Shaw's had a pretty good start to this season. He was superb last season. In fact, last season he was the best left back in the Premier League. Luke Shaw's been our first choice left back for a while, and he still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Alex Telles. And he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries, and he's been with us now for like 7 years, so he's been a long-serving player. Paul Pogba, he's very, very good as well. He's had a good start to this season, Pogba. He's already got 5 assists. He got 4 assists against Leeds, and he got an assist against Southampton, and he produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while, and he's also sustained some ankle injuries. Now, Spanish outlet Defensa Central have said that Paul Pogba prefers a switch to Real Madrid over the PSG deal. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba. Don't forget, Real Madrid signed Eduardo Camavinga, was it on transfer deadline day? A report by 2O Sports said last week that Juventus want to re-sign Pogba next summer. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Reports came out last week saying that Pogba is increasingly likely to sign a new Man United contract. Reflecting on our summer transfer business, I think with us getting Ronaldo, that should persuade Pogba to stay. Pogba's current contract expires next summer, Sky Sports News said earlier on this season that Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer, and it actually said that he's set to join PSG on a free, and PSG are pushing to sign Pogba next summer. And it said earlier on this season that PSG are prepared to offer Pogba £510,000 a week in wages to prize him away from Man United. Solskjaer did mention that he's not worried about Pogba's contract situation. He did mention a few weeks ago that talks are ongoing over a new contract. Before the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract, but Sky Sports News came out and said that Pogba sees a long-term future at Man United but may wait on the contract extension. Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola has been working hard to get Pogba out of the club. He's done a lot of talking. Don't forget, back in December last year, Mino Raiola made an announcement regarding Pogba. He said Pogba's career at Man United was over. He said he was unhappy and he had to leave and he had no intentions of extending his contract. Solskjaer was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement. We're critical of Mino Raiola because he doesn't have a good relationship with the club. This is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies so far and he's our most expensive signing because we paid $89 million for him. We had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. You've got McTominay, decent player. Not yet on that level where I want him to be at. The question is, can he emulate to that level? McTominay had some good games last season. Just after the first lockdown last year, he signed a new 5-year contract with Man United. McTominay is unavailable at the moment because he's got a groin injury. I think he had surgery on his groin. You know, you've got Bruno Fernandes, that's very good. He's our best player and he's one of the best signings we have made since Ferguson retired. In most of Bruno Fernandes' games at Man United, he's been very, very consistent, but there's also been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace, but we have overplayed him. Fernandes has been at Man United over a year and a half. Solskjaer wants a new contract for Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes is under contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. But Fernandes said that he doesn't want to leave the club and he's happy to stay at Old Trafford as contract talks go on. Last season, Bruno Fernandes won Player of the Year and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. And he got a hat-trick against Leeds on the opening day. That was his first Manchester United hat-trick. Mason Greenwood, he's also very, very good. He's had a good start to this season, 3 goals in our first 3 league games. Should have had actually more than 3 goals because he's had good chances as well where he's come close to scoring. Greenwood's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad. Greenwood made his senior debut for Man United back in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time as it stands. And last season he signed a new 4-year contract. Edison Cavani, he's made an impact since he's come in. I think Cavani will be leaving at the end of this season. Back in May, Cavani signed a 1-year contract and Cavani receives £250,000 a week. Don't forget, on deadline day, Barcelona made an inquiry over signing Edison Cavani. It says Barcelona were in advanced talks, but Fabrizio Romano came out and said that Cavani would not join Barcelona, so he won't be leaving Man United in the final hours of the transfer market. Cavani's going to find it hard to get in the team now anyway, with Man United re-signing Ronaldo. Marcus Rashford, he's also good when he wants to be, but he's endured his bad periods at Man United. He was out of form towards the end of last season. He's also become injury prone, which is a concern. Rashford's out with a shoulder injury until October because earlier on in the summer, Rashford decided to have surgery on his shoulder. But when Rashford comes back, I think we need to keep him on that left-hand side because that's where he seems to be more effective. And Amad Diallo looks a good asset for the first team, but he's hardly played. The reason he didn't go out on loan in the summer transfer window is because he sustained an injury in training, so he's out for 6 weeks. But before that occurred, Fabrizio Romano came out and said that Feyenoord were close to signing Amad Diallo on loan until the end of the season. I think Elanga also looks a good asset for the first team, even though he's hardly played. So there you go. We've got a decent squad, and apparently we've got the third most expensive squad in world football behind PSG and Man City. I think our squad is worth 805 million. Don't forget, Solskjaer privately views Chelsea as Man United's biggest title rival, ahead of Man City and Liverpool. But like I've said, Man United should be winning the Premier League this season. Solskjaer's ambition for this season is to win the Premier League. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. Like I said to you on the video I did this morning, Man United face a season of huge expectations. So is Solskjaer under pressure to succeed? This is Solskjaer's third full season as Man United manager. As you all know, Sky Sports News said that Man United are close to appointing Richard Arnold as Ed Woodward's successor as the new chief executive. Should be announced in the next couple of weeks. There is United fans that have got strong reservations about Richard Arnold, but obviously Woodward is leaving Man United. It got announced he was leaving back in April when that European Super League came into the equation. Woodward has had a 16-year association with the club. He's been with us since 2005. But Woodward has stood by Solskjaer, and he said several times before that Solskjaer's job was safe, even when we was enduring them bad periods. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.